ముఖ్యమంత్రి వైఎస్ జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి విశాఖ నగరంలో జీవీఎంసీ వీఎంఆర్డీఏకి చెందిన దాదాపు 1500 కోట్ల అభివృద్ధి పనులకు సీఎం వైఎస్ జగన్మోహన్ రెడ్డి ప్రారంభోత్సవాలు చేశారు. అనంతరం రాడిసన్ బ్లూ హోటల్లో నిర్వహించిన విజన్ విశాఖ సదస్సులో ముఖ్యమంత్రి వైఎస్ జగన్ పాల్గొన్నారు. ఈ సదస్సులో 2000 మందికి పైగా పారిశ్రామికవేత్తలతో ముఖ్యమంత్రి సమావేశమయ్యారు.
Whereas when it comes to our state, we're talking about a figure of 35%. On one side, it is a projection that we are an agrarian state, but on the other side, it poses a challenge that no state can survive with these numbers until and unless the secondary and the tertiary sectors grow. And the contribution of the primary sector, that the agriculture sector, comes down. That means the growth should take place in such a way that the secondary sector and the tertiary sector continues to grow in a much faster pace than the agriculture sector. Only then we would be in a position to address the challenges that are posed. Only then you would see better growth rates. Only then you would see a situation where you can talk about economic boost. In fact, so much so is the challenge posed by the bifurcation that in fact we have lost out on Hyderabad. Now why is it that Hyderabad is so very important to us? And why is it that we losing Hyderabad has an impact on the state? Every state, for it to progress, you need to have an economic engine. And that economic engine, for decades, to our erstwhile state, was Hyderabad. In fact, to give a perspective, the central government those days used the public sector as the main vehicle to stimulate economic growth. In fact, if we were to see the institutions such as IDPL, NMDC, NFC, IICT, and so forth, they were all set up in Hyderabad. Because of the fact that public sector undertakings, these huge investments, came up in Hyderabad, Hyderabad as an area grew beyond any other place in the state. That is the reason why, but once these kind of institutions come up, then automatically it leads to a transformation. Leads to better salaried employees coming out of that location, coming out of that place, which in turn leads to a cyclic effect where better institutions would come up, overall economic growth takes place, and then the city starts moving and growing. Unfortunately for us, it so happened that 90% of the entire PSUs, which to the erstwhile state of Andhra Pradesh, have all come up only in Hyderabad. And because of that, Hyderabad grew at a much faster pace than any other place in the state. In fact, so much so that the services sector in Telangana, for instance, is now currently positioned at a 62.87%